next we'll hear from Ashley, who's also a caregiver for a family member.
Okay, well, I don't even know what I'm going to say now because they had two great, amazing speeches that I don't know how I'm going to top. So, first thing, I just wanted to thank everybody for being here. It means a lot to, I know, me and a lot of people that people really do care. And you all being here just makes me feel a lot better. Tonight, I wanted to tell you about my story, but also more than that, I wanted to tell you what I learned. And so I'm going to tell you part of my story. So I had the perfect family, you know, the white picket fence, great mom and dad, and a dog. And my best friend was my brother. And when he was 4, he started bruising and getting really tired and broke out in a rash. And so my mom took him to the emergency room and they found nothing. So it actually took them 4 weeks to find out that he had leukemia, and by then it was almost non-curable. So it is really important to get tested because time makes a big difference. Then we moved down to Des Moines for a while. I didn't really understand what cancer was. I was only 6 at the time, and all I knew about a doctor's office was that it made all your boo-boos better. So I thought that they were just going to fix him and we'd be okay. But actually, it took him 3.5 years to get through remission. And as everyone knows, the chemotherapy and the late night snacks of craving odd things like spaghetti or cantaloupe. And the worst part of it is listening to kids scream when they stick a huge needle in your back for a spinal tap. But I was proud of him for doing all of that. He never complained. He was always really tough. And so, like I said, after 3 years, he went into remission, which is the most exciting thing you could ever hear for a cancer patient. But he was good for about 3 months, and it had spread. So we had to go through a bone marrow transplant, and my dad was the donor. But unfortunately, he just kept getting sicker and sicker and sicker, and there was absolutely nothing we could do. I was told 3 days before they pulled the plug, and I was 10 at the time. He was 8. I can remember one of my mentors asking me if I'd ever thought about if he'd never make it, and I had it. I mean, for someone so young, you don't really think about death, and that the fact that it could be your family member who isn't going to be there anymore. So, besides that, that's kind of my story. I promised I wouldn't cry, so I'm not going to go into detail. But when I was going through it afterwards, after he passed, I wished I had someone who could help me through it and understand what I was going through. And the Relay for Life really has done that for me. Most of the time, if you've been through it, you feel alone. And things like Relay for Life remind you that there are so many people who understand you. So, the hurt, it's been 10 years in November since my brother's been gone. He would be, you know, playing sports and graduating from high school this upcoming May. So, it never goes away, but it gets easier to talk about, as you've seen from the stories here. So basically, I wanted to say that cancer doesn't care if you're older or younger, or if you're black or white. It just doesn't matter if you're a good person or not. So what I want to say is Relay for Life basically reminds us that we're human, and that when things like cancer happen to us, our community comes together and helps each other through it. So, with that, I don't know where my last paper is. So I'm your sister in mourning and your friend in rejoicing your triumphs. Thank you.
Thank you, course tonight. It takes a lot of strength to share these stories with such a large crowd, so again, we appreciate it so much. And I guess at this time I'm going to kind of hand this off to Erin.
I'm going to trip her first. At this time, I invite us all to think a little bit more about cancer and the impact that it has on every life. And we're going to begin by walking around the track, and we're going to call out different ways in which people might have been affected by cancer. And we invite you to join as we go through that. And then at the end, we'll invite everybody to do a few laps in silence just to remember and to take in the luminarias and just to reflect a little bit on what cancer really does and the effect that it has.